Seminoles have won the toss. It's 80 degrees, the humidity 74%, the wind from the east at 15 miles per hour. Howard Schnellenberger, head coach of the Miami Hurricanes. They will be kicking off here this afternoon. And the officials this afternoon. Tommy Miller is the referee, Dennis Riggs the umpire, Hunter Jackson the head linesman, Joe Pipkin the line judge, Bill Lang the field judge, and Wayne Kearns is the back judge. Ball is being teed up there now by Jeff Davis. And the deep man back there is Greg Allen. Greg Allen, a fine running back. Jeff Davis, they call the flea. He weighs 140 pounds. You see him at practice. He looks as though he ought to have a note from his mother. But he gets a lot of foot into that ball. We are waiting for the referee's whistle. There's Davis. Allen chases it back and lets it go across the end line and against the barrier. First and 10 at the 20-yard line. So Florida State has the football. Sometimes they come up with a dipsy-doodle play on first down to open the ball game. Kelly Lowry is the starting quarterback. Burnett and Williams are the running backs. Hester and Johnson are wide receivers. Mowat is the tight end, and there's the remainder of the offensive line for Florida State. Ricky Williams is the tailback in the I formation. Ken Burnett is the fullback. Williams. Well, they fake the reverse. And Williams is at the 25, the 30, the 35. Williams to the 40. And on the first play of the ball game, Ricky Williams is finally brought down by Greg Zappala after he moved that ball out there to the 44-yard line. Gain of 24 yards on the first play. There's the defense for Miami. Zappala playing the defensive end position on the right side. There are the linebackers, Brown and Brophy. Goodwin, Bellinger to go. Cedric Jones in there now in the fullback spot. Lowry's pass complete. And it is taken by Mowat, the tight end. He's up there at the 50-yard line. Greg Zappala again made the tackle.
And Bobby Bowden's not wasting any time getting this thing going. A fake reverse on first down and passing on second.
Second down and 3 yards to go. Ball just across the 50-yard line. Seminoles of Florida State in the white. Headed it off to Ricky Williams again. He's from Griffin, Georgia. That time the defense of the Hurricanes cut him down. And it was Isaiah West. A loss back to the 48, a loss of 3, make it 3rd and 6. Back at the 48-yard line. Hassan Jones is flanked far to the left side. Jesse Hester far to the right side. He's a deep threat. Pass it up the middle and it is deflected by Cedric Jones. Cannot hold on, and that brings up a 4th down.
3rd down and 6, Florida State. Kelly Lowry back. You can see him reading downfield to the middle linebacker and the weak safety here. Trying to drop the ball off on the little delay. Bumped the running back on the head with it before he looked.
Brian Harlow is punting. Brian Harlow is punting to Jamie Boone. Apino return, rolls inside the 20-yard line. Being down at the 17. 1st and 10 for the Miami Hurricanes at their own 17-yard line. And so now the Hurricanes of Howard Schnellenberger get the ball for the first time this afternoon here at the Orange Bowl in Miami, Florida. Bobby Bowden from Birmingham, head coach. His 7th season as the head man there came to Florida State from West Virginia. Now the orange-clad Hurricanes of the University of Miami. 1st and 10 in their own 17. Griffin and Neal of the set quarterback. Rick going to pass on first down. Puts it way up there. And it's taken at the 50-yard line on the interception. Picked off by Larry Harris. And so it's going to be first down and 10 yards to go at the 48-yard line for the Seminoles.
Miami was going for everything on first down here. Mark Rick off a play-action fake, looking back. He was open downfield momentarily, but you see the rush from the backside hit his arm, and that caused the interception. That puts Florida State in business on the 48-yard line inside Miami's territory.
That is interception number 6 for Harris. Harris simply took it there in midfield, and it is his 6th interception of this year. There is no score here at the Orange Bowl. Florida State has the ball in Miami territory. Kelly Lowry bumps and whips it way downfield, and it's incomplete. Trying to go very, very deep. To Dennis McKinnon from Miami, Florida. He's a senior, 2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line. Rodney Bellinger covering. He's a junior, also from Miami, Florida. Now coming into the next play is Jesse Hester. Seminoles feel that Hester is their biggest deep threat. He can get down, he can run the patterns, he can gather it in.
He can fly.
He's on a slot left this particular time with Hassan Jones, a freshman, far to the left side. Try the draw play. Greg Allen from Milton, Florida. Scott Hunter, tell me about Greg Allen.
Greg Allen is one of those unsung heroes. Came out of Milton, Florida, coached by Hurley Manning. Nobody really knew about Greg Allen. Set a freshman record last year for yardage gained, 322 yards.
3rd down at 10 yards to go. Florida State at the Miami 48-yard line, no score. Jones and McKinnon are the wide receivers, left and right. Kelly Lowry is the quarterback. Kelly Lowry, 225-pounder. He's going to run it. Lowry gets to the 43-yard line. He picked up 5, but that's not enough. It'll bring him a 4th down in the kicking unit. Jay Brophy, fine linebacker, made the tackle for Miami. Coming in to do the punting now is Brian Harlow. Starting this year, Florida State thought they were just fine for kickers, but it turned out the man they had counted on had a pulled hip muscle, and so Brian Harlow, a walk-on, is doing the punting. He's averaged 39.8, as long as 53. Fair catch signal. Boone lets it go. Touchback, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. So now the Miami Hurricanes will start at 1st and 10. They have it at their own 20. There is no score. 11 minutes, 52 seconds left to play in the 1st quarter. Miami with the ball, 1st and 10. They have it at their own 20-yard line. Bentley and Griffin are in there now as setbacks. Still Mark Richt is the quarterback. Griffin is carrying, and he gets it out there to the 24-yard line. This was the starting lineup for the Miami offense. Rick, Neal, Rush, Thompson, and Belk, the wide receivers. Dennison, Cooper, Moore, Bailey, Ward, Kanai up front. 2nd down and 6 yards to go. Griffin and Bentley are in there just now.
2 tight end offense here.
Griffin lunges for that last 2 after about 27. Brad Foytik made the tackle, 6'5", 240. Starting defensive alignment for Florida State. The front 5 there. Ponder on the nose. Foytik, who made the last tackle, is at right tackle. Young and Rowe are the linebackers. There are the D-backs. Harris made the interception a moment ago. Got to be 3rd down and 3 yards to go. Griffin is the younger brother of Archie Griffin, who was a 2-time Heisman Trophy winner at Ohio State. From Columbus, Ohio. Griffin's number 44. There's a quick pitch to Speedy Neal. Key West, Florida. He's got the 1st down. 1st and 10 for the Hurricanes. Ken Rowe from the linebacker spot from Cropwell, Alabama, in to make the tackle.
Cropwell, Alabama, appropriately named.
And Harris is getting up slowly, and Larry Harris from Gainesville, Florida, is being assisted off the field. Man who made the interception a moment ago, the man who has 6 for the year.
That could be a key injury for Florida State.
Belk is a wide receiver to the right side. Number 20. He's a speed merchant. This is Rush. This is Mark Rush. Number 49. He's a master of many trades. He's from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and he got up across the 40-yard line. Tommy Young from Lake City, Florida, made the tackle.
He's wrestled down by Young.
Howard Snellenberger told us he would be using the 2 tight end offense to try to improve his running game, and he's certainly done it here early.
The 2 tight ends are Glenn Dennison, number 86, and Andy Barata, number 84. His idea being to try to keep that ball on the ground, grind it out, and use up some clock and keep the ball away from the Florida State offense. Griffin and Speedy Neal are the setbacks in there just now. Mark Richt. That's Dennison in motion toward the inside. Speedy Neal, 235-pounder, gets out there to the 45-yard line for 4 yards. Tommy Young and Henry Taylor made the tackle. It's a first down and 10 yards to go.
First down, Miami.
Spotted just across the 45-yard line.
Speedy Neal, that's a load with that ball going around the end.
You saw Albert Bentley reporting in. He's a 205-pounder, a junior. Number 16, a fullback. 9 minutes, 38 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Miami has won 11 straight home games since 1980. They've lost only 1 home game since Howard Schnellenberger took over. 17-1, their home record under Schnellenberger. Rick is sacked. And it is Alan Dale Campbell from Perry, Florida. At the 38.
Coaches don't like to see quarterbacks take sacks on first down. It's a situation on first down where you like to have an outlet that you can get rid of the ball to, or at least throw it away. In this case, Rick didn't have anybody to throw the ball to. The receiver is well covered by the linebacker. He had to take the sack.
Mark Rush is coming there now at the tailback spot. He's 6'3", 215-pounder, averaged 3.7 yards per carry, and he scored 5 touchdowns. Bentley is the fullback in there just now. That is Bentley, 16. Was he ever popped? He was really popped by Tommy Young, number 54.
Lake City, Florida.
And taken by Bentley. He's hit by Young. Gain of 1.
Miami once again trying to exploit the running game. They know they got to keep the ball going into the short side here. Tommy Young coming over from his linebacker position. Excellent job of scraping down the line. You can see the hit he put on him.
Schnellenberger's key to victory was to try to hang on to that football, keep it away from the explosive offense of Florida State. It's 3rd and 17 now for Miami. Have the ball at their own 38-yard line. There is no score. Rick now on the option play. The late pitch to Griffin. Can he turn the corner? Well, no. As a matter of fact, he can't. It was Henry on the corner who made the tackle. So that'll bring in the punting unit. And it is Greg LaBelle, who has averaged 41.7. His long is 63. He is from Danielson, Connecticut. Cedric Jones is back deep to receive it for Florida State. That's Jones. 7 minutes, 28 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Jones at the 20-yard line. Circles back to the 15. It's pulled out at the 12. Cedric Jones took the ball at the 20, was dropped at the 12. So that is where the Seminoles will start, from deep in their own territory. Bruce Fleming was downfield to make the tackle. The Seminoles will have it when we return. Ken Burnett and Ricky Williams are the setback. Kelly Lowry is the quarterback. 6'1", 225-pounder from Lake City, Florida. He's a junior. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line for the Seminoles. Ballou draw play. Taken by Ricky Williams from Griffin, Georgia. And he managed to weave out there just across the 15-yard line, but there is a linesman's flag down there. Offsides against Miami. I should think they'd accept the penalty.
Sheet 5.
Miami option. Tommy Miller is the referee.
Defense offside. Offside. 5-yard penalty is marked off again.
1st and 5 at the 17. When Lowry first came to Florida State, he weighed about 235 pounds, which is a little heavy for a quarterback, so they switched him to defensive end. Then he was in a motorcycle accident, came back, lost some weight, and at 225, he's the quarterback now.
First time I've ever heard of anybody in a motorcycle accident, and it paid off well.
Short drop, whips it, complete, out the left flat. Didn't get a lot out of it. Schnellenberger along the sideline. Tony Johnson was the receiver out there. Amy Poole made the tackle.
Now you see the offense beginning to shake it out as to what they can do. Kelly Lowry, a little quick pop out here for the 5-6 yard first down. Good call.
First down, 10 yards to go at the 24-yard line. Double receivers to the right side for Florida State. Take the draw. Lowry now. Lowry's going to run it. And drops it. And covers it. And keeps it. And it is up there at the 28-yard line. Out of all of that, they got about 4 yards. Chicolo made the tackle.
And you wonder why coaches get ulcers. Bowden once again going with a pass on first down, a play action pass. Nobody was really open. Lowry pulled it down to run it. He's going down the field like all of us do. A dribbling contest. Look at it. Lucky it came back his way.
Second down and 6 yards to go. As Lowry again brings him up. He's number 12. Lowry again. Completes it. So it is out there at the 38-yard line. Taken by Orson Mobley. Mobley took it up to the, well, he got a spot at the 39-yard line.
Bobby Bowden told us yesterday we really don't have a one pass. Inside by the split end, Y coming across the tight end. There's a situation right there. He just bumps off the linebacker, finds an open spot. Lowry gets it to him.
Hassan Jones and Jesse Hester flank to the right side. Lowry rolling and looking and overthrowing. Number 4 who was in that area was Jesse Hester. Yesterday we were talking to Coach Bobby Bowden, and he was talking about Lowry, who came into this game with a 55.6 completion average. There's Bowden.
Lowry's been a very pleasant surprise to Bobby Bowden. Coming on and taking the quarterback chores this year and doing an excellent, excellent job with it.
He said when he first started out, he didn't run the option exactly like a quarterback you'd expect. He ran the option more like Larry Zonka. Lowry, give it off on a reverse. Taken by Tony Smith.
Oh!
And Smith, on a variation of the Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty. Anything goes. This is classic. The Statue of Liberty. I haven't seen this. Lindsay, have you seen this in a long time?
Don't see it often.
Statue of Liberty, a big game for Florida State. Excellently set up by the Florida State offensive line who allowed the rushers around them.
Rodney Bellinger made the tackle. It's first and 10 at the 29-yard line. Lowry on the option. Late flip. Ricky Williams at the 26. Picked up 3. It'll be second down and 7 yards to go. Ken Calhoun made the tackle. 4 minutes, 33 seconds left in the first quarter, no score. The Seminoles of Florida State are driving here. Bobby Bowden running substitutions in and out. He had Orson Mobley in there, and before the snap, he ran him out again. Mowat back in there, tight end. Zeke Mowat. Lowry. To Mowat, who can't hang on. Tried to one-handed and keep a foot in, but he couldn't do it. Zeke Mowat of Montchula, Florida. Ronnie Lippin was covering defensively.
Zeke is some fine target. 6'4", 240.
Third down and 7 yards to go with the ball at the Florida 26. Last season, Miami beat Florida State 27-19, and the year before that, Miami won it 10-9. Well, it must be a little warm.
A little warm there, old German Shepherd.
Like an old play-by-play man.
Take a look.
Tony Johnson, part of the left side, and timeout Florida State. Coach Bobby Bowden told him if you get up there and you see something that you don't like and you're in this area of the field, call for the timeout. And so they call for the timeout. 4 minutes, 10 seconds remain to be played in the first quarter, and there is no score. Following this game, CBS Sports Saturday takes you ringside as Fox's newest sensation, Hector Martinez. Bobby is a man of a few thousand words. Now he is sent in to play with Lowry, and it's going to be 3rd and 7, Florida State at the Miami 26-yard line. Greg Allen and Tony Smith in the setback. There's Howard Schnellenberger, who was offensive coordinator of the Miami Dolphins when he took the job at the University of Miami. He had previously been head coach of the Baltimore Colts in the NFL. He had also coached at the University of Alabama. on Bryant's staff. Well, they tried the full pivot. Tony Johnson tried the diving catch, and Jamie Boone was covering. Incomplete, 4th down. Now, Philip Hall is the field goal man. And the holder is Lowry. And it's going to be a 43-yarder. His longest of the year is 35. It's going to be Rendino. I beg your pardon. Mike Rendino is going to kick it. Rendino. And it's wide right. Rendino is the man who had the bad hip. And he has been used here this afternoon, but it went awry part of the right side, and the ball goes over the line of scrimmage.
Bobby said he would go with him on more than 42-yard field goals. That one was a 43-yard try. He just didn't hit it good.
Line of scrimmage to 26, and so the Miami Hurricanes take up a 1st and 10 at the 26. There still is no score. We have 4 minutes, 1 second remaining to be played in the first quarter. Mendino missing the field goal attempt wide to the right side. Rick is sacked at the 19-yard line. Carricker and Ponder. Alfonso Carricker of Columbus, Ohio. And David Ponder of Cairo, Georgia.
Alfonso Carricker been a pleasant surprise to Florida State there. David Ponder coming on strong. There was a mix-up in the offensive line between the fullback and the center. No one really took Ponder. He was the first one to get pressure on there. You can bet Howard Snellenberg will be talking to him when he gets him on the sidelines after this series.
2nd down and 17 yards to go with the ball at the 19-yard line. Mark Richt. Thompson incomplete. Trying to get it to Lawrence Thompson from Wauchula, Florida. Covered by Gary Henry of Orlando, Florida. 3rd down and 17 yards to go at the 19.
Once again, good pressure from Alfonso Carricker.
Miami this year is 5-2. They have defeated Houston, Virginia Tech, Michigan State, Louisville, and Mississippi State. They lost to Florida 17-14 in a last-minute controversial pass completion, and to Notre Dame 16-14. Florida State is 5-1. They have beaten Cincinnati, Southern Mississippi, Ohio State, Southern Illinois, East Carolina. They lost only to Pittsburgh 37-17. Miami leads in the series 14 games to 11. Rick softly up there to the tight end and intercepted. Tommy Young, number 54 of Lake City, intended for Glenn Dennison. The tight end, and Young got it. His 3rd interception of the year. Tommy Young.
Rick looking down the field for the tight end. It was double zone type coverage. Double zone type coverage, which allows the tight end to get down the gut of the coverage and open. This time he laid it up just a little bit too much, overthrowing the tight end. The ball was bobbled around and intercepted.
2nd consecutive interception for Florida State. The Seminoles start 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line of Miami. Harry with the pitch. Taken by Greg Allen. He was cut off at the pass. That was Isaiah West around there to close off the corner. And that is at the 44-yard line. Lost of a yard on the play, makes it 2nd and 11.
As much as everybody's talking about offense coming into this game, Lindsey, I believe this thing is a defensive battle at this point.
What it's been so far. Art Snellenberger said that he was of the opinion that both these teams have an excellent defense, that most of the publicity is pointed toward the offense. Allen, of course, had a big year last year. He's explosive. Lowry still got it. He's going long. Way down there. Incomplete. Tried to get it to Dennis McKenna. Jamie Boone was deep. And it is an incompleted pass. Lifford was back there with Boone.
Ball was pumped up there pretty good off the play-action fake by Kelly Lowry. You see the safety coming over here. It's well played by the cornerback. Ouch. Lindsey, there's 2 kind of wide receivers. Those that don't want to go down the middle and those that will not go down the middle.
You got it. 3rd and 11. Kelly Lowry. And it's complete inside the 25-yard line to Jesse Hester. Jesse Hester, Jamie Boone covering. Hester came into this game with 13 receptions and 4 touchdowns.
Florida State's basic pass play. The square in by the flanker with a split end going on the post. Here's a square in to Hester. They must throw it a lot of times in practice because the timing and rhythm on that pass was just excellent.
Bobby Smith is coming to the ball game. First down, 10 yards to go at the 24 for Florida State. The Seminoles are on the march once again. Tried this one up the middle and moved it all the way to the 20-yard line with Tony Smith carrying. It's a gain of 4. It'll be second down and 6 yards to go. Tony Fitzpatrick from St. Petersburg, Florida, made the tackle. He's 6 feet taller and 240 pounds. There's Bobby Bowden.
And who's that?
Is that a Hurricane? 1 minute, 37 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Still no score. These two teams fighting for a bowl bid here this afternoon. We have representatives of 5 bowl games here. Weechie Thompson's coming to the ball game. He's from Midlothian, Virginia. He's in a wide left. Lowry. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Tony Smith. Third down and 6 yards to go at the 20. Greg Zappala was the man who was putting all the pressure on Lowry.
Tough pass. Running to his right, really couldn't set up or get his shoulders pointed upfield, which is what you have to do on a running pass, is get your shoulders turned upfield to deliver the ball.
Steve, Seminoles have a backup quarterback named Blair Williams who actually started the season, and they use both quarterbacks. When they see that one is tiring or stalling, they get the other one in there. Allen and Jones with the setback. Lowry still has it, gets rid of it. And the save is made. It's intended for Orson Mobley. Save was made by Ken Calhoun, Titusville, Florida.
Excellent coverage by the Miami secondary. Lowry did not have anybody open when he stopped, stepped, and got ready to throw. The pressure then got to him. Lowry's looking down through the middle of the field, reading the linebackers and the safeties well. Here you see Moat trying to move around a little bit and find that open spot. Lowry tried to go back to him late. Moat was not open.
This is Philip Hall trying this time. It's Philip Hall trying a 27-yarder. And it's good. A 27-yarder for Philip Hall. And that puts the Florida State Seminoles out in front with 1 minute, 6 seconds left to play in the first quarter. He is now 5 for 5 for the year, Philip Hall. But did not attempt the first one, which went awry, so Bobby Bowden switched off. After having missed with Steve-O, he came back and with Rendino he missed with. He came back and gave a shot to Hall.
Not bad for a walk-on.
Howard Schnellenberger, arms folded along the sideline. And Bobby Bowden doing a little diagramming work along the sideline there.
Between those two offensive minds, I don't think 3 points will be all the points that are scored today.
I certainly shouldn't think so. Mike Rendino will kick it off. Mark Reich is center deep to run it back. 1 minute, 6 seconds left in the first quarter. Florida State leading 3-0. Reich, 1 yard deep in the end zone, goal line 5, and out to the 10 to the 15 to the 20. And he stretches his body out to the 22-yard line. Tomorrow, following the NFL, is coming at quarterback. Howard Schnellenberger said he wanted to get his backup quarterback in there to get a little experience at some point, and so he has him in there now to run a series. First and 10 at the 22-yard line for the Miami Hurricanes in orange.
What the hell is going on?
Griffin tries to sweep, and he's cut off for a loss of 2 at the 20-yard line. Tommy Young made the tackle. Van der Ven is from Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. He's 6'3", a 210-pounder, number 13.
Keith Griffin there, younger brother of Archie Griffin, Ohio State fame.
We were doing the game earlier in Blacksburg, Virginia, when Miami played by Virginia Tech and lost Jim Kelly, their quarterback, for the season. That's Griffin again. Got it out there to about the 27-yard line. Ken Rowe in to make the tackle. It's going to be 3rd and 5. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and that is the end of the first quarter. Time has run out in this period. It is Florida State 3, Miami nothing. So a field goal has been the difference thus far in the ball game, as the Seminoles are 3 points out in front. Mark Richt, the starting quarterback for Miami, is along the sideline.
Howard Snellenberger has him out, trying to calm him down, get him composed.
So Van Der Ven is in there for the moment. It is 3rd down, 6 yards to go. Lindsey Nelson with Scott Hunter at the Orange Bowl as we start the second quarter. Rushton Neal are the setbacks. Van Der Ven into the ground. So it's going to be 4th and 6. You know, against Mississippi State, Mark Richt had a bad day. As a matter of fact, they completed only 3 passes for a total of 19 yards, and in the second half threw only 1 and went to the running game. Starting here, they stepped it twice. Van Der Ven has replaced him on 4th down. Of course, the punter is in, and that's Greg LaBelle.
Well, Howard Snellenberger knows he must have a good day out of Mark Richt. Thus, he took him out of the game to get his composure back, help him settle down.
Cedric Jones has dropped back deep, standing on his own 40-yard line. LaBelle, the senior punter. Fair catch signal, and the fair catch is made but dropped at the 46-yard line. It is down there and retained by Florida State. Cedric Jones.
Rush was on by Florida State on the punt here. You see it up. Kicker's doing a good job there of acting. Don't really believe he caught him. Official agrees.
That's part of the art of punting, learning how to do that.
Acting school start Monday.
Heavy rush because the snap wasn't all that good, really. It didn't get back there all that quick.
A little slow wobbler there.
Blair Williams is in there, quarterback now. Another quarterback in there for the Seminoles. Quick pitch to Ricky Williams. And that is out there at the 48-yard line. Here you go, Billy. Rodney Bellinger in to make the tackle.
And now taken by Williams, number 34.
And a Miami man is down on the far side. That is Bellinger. Bellinger is getting attention on the far side from the training staff.
Is the injured Hurricane.
So we have an injury timeout. The ball has been spotted at the 49-yard line. Rodney Bellinger is apparently all right. That is he along the sideline. He came off under his own power, and he's been replaced on the left corner by Ronnie Lippett. It's 2nd down and 8 yards to go for the Seminoles. They held the ball at their own 49-yard line. They lead 3-0. There with it. Short drop and the pass in front of the intended receiver, Jesse Hester. Blair Williams, by the way, came into this game with a completion percentage of 66.7. 46 completions of 69 passes thrown, 7 touchdowns and 3 interceptions.
A lot of good ones.
Davis warming up there along the sideline. 3rd down and 8 yards to go. There with him. And it's complete and dropped. And the scramble is still on. And recovered by Miami at the 47-yard line. Dennis McKinnon was the receiver who had it long enough for it to be a completion. Then he dropped it, and it's been recovered by Miami.
Here's one of those plays you just can't predict in football. Dennis McKinnon on the curl out here. The ball was well thrown by Blair Williams. Hits him right in the face mask of the thing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm not sure if he had possession there or not.
In case Eddie Williams got on the football. He's a junior from Orlando, Florida, on the yard line. Back in there's Rick. Mark Richt is the quarterback. Neal. 40, and Speedy Neal goes out of bounds. That's the 38-yard line. Ken Rowe finally bounced him out.
To Speedy Neal. Mark Richt set this screen up perfectly by looking downfield and drawing the Florida State linebackers off. When he first looked out there, Neal was covered, so he continued to drop back a little further to get a better angle to throw the ball. Here once again, ball hitting receiver right in the face mask. Bobble, bobble, bobble. Oh boy, that's what makes football what it is.
He had it all over his body. And now we have a timeout call. Miami has called a timeout. as Rick wanted to come over and get a little information. So we have 13 minutes, 48 seconds left to play in the first half. Florida State 3, Miami nothing. Look at another angle of the pass play that caused the recovery by Miami.
This is how deceptive that football can be from any angle. Did he catch it? Did he have possession? On this angle, sure he did. It was a clear fumble, a catch by the receiver and a fumble. That's how deceptive it can be. I don't want to be a referee, do you?
Not at all. Arch Lunenburg is very happy about the hold in because his team got the ball. 1st and 10 now. They have it at the 37-yard line. Out to Seminoles. Rick. Well, he bounced it in front of Speedy Neal because Carricker was in there on his face. Let's check some scores of other games now. It's a big football Saturday. SMU ranked 4th in the nation, leading Texas A&M 14-0. The A&M quarterback of Jackie Sherrill has a broken leg, we're told. SMU riding high. All right, Maryland 7, North Carolina 7. The Tar Heels ranked number 10 in the nation. In the second quarter, Illinois 10, Iowa 7. Big Ten tussle. South Carolina 3, North Carolina State nothing in the first quarter. So that's how they're going around the nation. We'll keep you posted. Second down and 10 yards to go. Mark Rick, short drop. Complete to Belk. Belk at the 32-yard line. They picked up 5 on the play. Clayton made the tackle. Rocky Belk came in with 22 receptions for the year. Go Miami! I'm not sure about that.
Captain Magnificent.
Third and 5. Miami at the Florida State 32-yard line. Speedy Neal, but he's in the grasp of Carricker. 250-pound Alfonso Carricker, along with John McClain from Clearmont, Florida.
Very inspired football by the Florida State defense.
Fourth down coming. Florida State's leading 3-0. Greg Lavelle, the punter, is coming onto the field. Line of scrimmage, 33. Cedric Jones has dropped back. Florida State had a heavy rush on the last punt. It takes a Miami bounce and is down at the 8-yard line. So Florida State gets it, but they get it deep in their own territory. 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Fine touch kick.
Keith Walker, who made the down of the ball down there. 12 minutes, 2 seconds left to play in the first half. Still Florida State 3 and Miami nothing. Florida State and Miami. Here at the Orange Bowl and the sun is shining brightly. It's homecoming weekend. Florida State's leading 3-0 and they have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line. Williams is the quarterback. Blair Williams with the ball. Goes up the sideline, incomplete. He's trying to find Jesse Hester along the sideline. 2nd and 10 at the 8-yard line. Rodney Bellinger back in the ballgame was covering.
There's no conservatism in this game. Both coaches throwing from inside their 10-yard line.
Second down play coming. We said that there were representatives from 5 bowl games here today, and they are the Orange Bowl, the Gator Bowl, the Hall of Fame Bowl, the Peach Bowl, and the Tangerine Bowl.
All day in Miami.
They're getting Hester over to a wide left for Blair Williams. There's a quick pitch taken by Allen. Greg Allen. And some running room. Going to be marked out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. Now for an NCAA Today update, let's go to Brent Musburger in New York.
Lindsay, there are a lot of Bull Scouts here watching Maryland and North Carolina too. And
All right, Brent, 1st and 10 now for Florida Florida State at the 23-yard line. They try the draw play to Greg Allen this time, and the number 26 sprints out there to the 28-yard line before Greg Brown brings it down. Again, a 4 on the play, makes it 2nd down and 6.
That young man broke on the scene at Florida State with some great games, gaining a lot of yardage, over 200 against LSU, 322 yards in one game to set a freshman NCAA record.
Greg Allen's numbers for the day. Kelly Lowry started as quarterback, ranked number 9 in the nation in passing efficiency. Blair Williams is now the quarterback. And they try the draw play. Again, they give it to Allen. Well, he scrambles a little bit. He's going to be marked with a knee down at the 32-yard line. Ken Calhoun made the tackle.
Series picked up by Calhoun and West.
Bobby Bowden had Greg Allen running track last spring. It really helped his speed.
3rd down, about 2 yards to go with the ball at the 32-yard line for the Seminoles. Ouija Thompson came onto the field and then collided with Tony Johnson leaving the huddle. Short drop. And it's complete to Jesse Hester. Just a little short pass for the 1st down. Bellinger made the tackle.
Nice call, the quick hitch for the 1st down.
And he's at the 37-yard line.
Jesse Hester has a good cushion over here. This may have been an audible. He's up 4 to 5 yards, just enough for the 1st down. Rodney Bellinger was giving him a cushion, and Florida State read it. Good pass for the 1st down.
Blair Williams going long. Incomplete to Jesse Hester. Rodney Bellinger covering. Penalty marker goes down. The marker is down for interference on Bellinger, I think. Jesse Hester, number 4 right there, who was flying. He's from Belgrade, Florida. Interference against Miami. Makes it 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Jesse Hester had Rodney Bellinger feet on the play. It's well coached. He reached out, grabs a hold of his jersey, prevents the touchdown. You'll see him reach out, grab a hold here, trying to stop and prevent the touchdown.
Well, he did that, but Florida State has the ball 1st and 10 at the Miami 27-yard line. 9 minutes, 59 seconds left to play in the 1st half. Florida State leading by 3 points and driving here. When we were talking to Howard Schnellenberger yesterday, he said that he thought this might be a low-scoring defensive ball game. That's what we've had so far.
At this point, neither offense is really shaking out their game plan. Just might be a low-scoring game. Both defenses are playing well to this point.
The Miami sideline. It's a hot day here at the Orange Bowl. Blair Williams is the quarterback, 1st and 10 at the 27. Williams. And it's complete to Ouija Thompson. Ouija Thompson took it inside the 20-yard line. Number 18, Jamie Brophy. Jamie Boone on the corner.
Ouija Thompson is some target, 6'6". Those are the kind of receivers any quarterback wants to throw the ball to.
2nd down and about 1.5 yards. Second and short. Inside the 10 with Tony Smith carrying. 1st down and goal to go at the 10. Ken Calhoun made the stop.
Simple Gill to the fullback here. Just the fullback dive play, guard and center. Coming off the ball, you see a nice block by the guard and center there on the onside linebacker. 2nd short, that's a good call. Nothing can happen, you hope, except a fumble. Zeke Mowat, heads up, was on him.
Burnett and Allen are in there. Here's Allen. Just keep driving to the 3-yard line. 2nd down and goal.
Bobby Bowden told us that inside the 20-yard line, when he was going to run the ball, Greg Allen was going to get it because his nose is doing nothing but pointed north and south.
Second down and goal for the Seminoles of Florida State. Trying to score the first touchdown of this game. Bobby Bowden, his 7th year as head coach of the Seminoles. And Howard Schnellenberger in his 4th year as head coach of the Hurricanes. Greg Allen's the tailback. Greg Allen's got it. Touchdown, Florida State.
Some problem lining up on defense. You'll see a linebacker there trying to get over there in position. He was unable to. Florida State just happened to have the right play call where the guy was not lined up.
Philip Hall with the extra point. Philip Hall with the conversion, and it's good. Going to come back up the field. It is Florida State 10, Miami nothing. We have 8 minutes, 44 seconds. It'll be Florida State kicking off. Rendona will put it, and down there deep to receive it is Mark Reich. That drive was 92 yards in 10 plays, consuming 3:18.
Executing with patience.
Reich, 1 yard deep in the end zone, goal line 5. Reich out to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, and stopped as he crossed the 20-yard line. It'll be marked just there. Houston downfield to make the tackle. There's the scoring drive.
We talked about at the top of the game, Lindsey. Florida State had to execute with patience against the Miami defense. We talked about 10-play drives they needed. Exactly what they got.
So now the Miami Hurricanes have it, trailing by 10 points. Mark Richt is the quarterback. And he gives it to Mark Reich. Trying to turn the corner, and there's none to turn. Got only a yard, and number 24, Harvey Clayton, brought him down. Second down and 9 yards to go. Mark Rush is a man who does just about everything on the Miami football team, and of many facets.
Over 600 yards in combined offense, catching, running, and kick returns.
Rocky Phelps in the wide right. He is a constant threat. Wide receiver from Alexandria, Virginia. Tight end, Dennison. I beg your, yes, Dennison it is. Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. Out to the 24-yard line, a gain of 3. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 yards to go. Ken Rowe made the tackle.
Key 3rd down coming up here for Miami. They need to get a first down, move the ball down, get some points on the board. There's 7 minutes, 41 seconds left in the half. They need to get some points on the board.
And this is that 3rd down play. Mark Richt brings them up. He's got Lawrence Thompson, far to the right side. Richt. Complete to Reich. 35, 40, 45, 50. And out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Miami has the ball in Florida State territory.
Yes.
And bounced him out.
Beautiful play. Mark Rush looping out of the backfield. Rick looking downfield. Linebackers are cleared out. You see the throw here. Rush had momentarily delayed and looped out of the backfield. Open, nice throw, hit him on the run. Nice gain.
The Hurricanes first and 10 at the 47. They got Bentley in there. They got Griffin in there. Little trouble with the alignment there. Tight end right. Thompson flanked to the right side. Griffin, penalty marker. Got to the 40-yard line. I'm not sure they had 7 on the line of scrimmage. Tommy Young came in to make the tackle. Illegal procedure against Miami.
Captain, if you take the play, the run back to line of scrimmage, it'll be 2nd down. And we penalize 5 for illegal procedure. You want to take the penalty? Okay, all right, we got it.
Going to take the penalty.
procedure, not enough men on the line of scrimmage.
That's it. Got to have 7 up there.
That's the rule.
First and 15 at the 49. I think in the step-off that he penalized him 4 yards.
That's not the rule.
Lawrence Thompson, part of the left side. Griffin. Got to the 44-yard line. Ken Rowe in to make the tackle.
Let's go, let's go.
This is the ball, William. Drop down, Palmer.
Ball's at the 44-yard line. As we said a moment ago, Keith Griffin is the brother of two-time Heisman Trophy winner Archie Griffin and Ray Griffin of the Cincinnati Bengals, and Larry Griffin, who played at Louisville. Rick. Sidearm is knocked down. Batted down by Brad Foytick. Big fella, 240-pounder from Auburndale, Florida.
The roll draw fake here. Roll draw fake here, trying to set up the pass to the fullback who was going into the flat here. Sidearm little flip. Didn't see that guy.
Speedy Neal back in there now. Listed at 6'2", 245 pounds, and here comes Mark Rice. Third down and 8 yards to go. Another big play for the Miami Hurricanes. But Florida State leading by a score of 10-0. 6:25 left in the half. Ritz. Well, he's still alive. And it's taken by Rice.
Great play.
That'll be enough for the first down at the 27. How Mark Rick stayed alive, I'll never
What a
know.
play. Oh, boy. Mark Rick suffering through a blitz here as he set up. The linebackers had a good clean shot at him here. You see him coming from all sides here. He's bumped out of the thing, keeps his head about him. I think he's finally found his cool. Faithful there. Mark rush for the pass.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line. Henry and Griffin are the setbacks now for Rick. That's Griffin. Griffin to the 20. And Griffin to the 17-yard line. Gary Henry of Orlando finally brought him down.
This is the drive Miami needed to get into this football game, and they're doing it.
It's a first and 10. This Hurricane homecoming crowd is alive here at the Orange Bowl with 5:40 left to play in the first half. Seminoles are leading it by a score of 10-0.
A lot more orange popping up here now.
Inside the 15-yard line before David Ponder of Cairo, Georgia made the tackle. Musburger looking on.
Miami went back to the two tight end offense that time, Lindsey, trying to get that running game going.
Second down and 7 yards to go. Miami at the Florida State 14-yard line. Bentley's back in. Speedy Neal has come off. Keith Griffin and Albert Bentley are the setbacks. Rick short drop. We're out complete inside the 10. Take it down to the 7-yard line. Heath Clayton made the tackle.
No question about it. Mark Rick has now got his composure. He's moving the club. He's in control. He's in command.
They're going to measure for the possible first down here. First and goal to go. Outside the 6-yard line. The Hurricanes of Miami on the march here. Bill Welch is coming in. Sometimes they run a 3 tight end alignment when Welch comes in, making Mark Cooper, who plays ahead of him, a tight end as well. Barada and Dennison are the tight ends.
And the electric is picking up here now.
Second down and goal to go. Ken Rowe made the tackle for Florida State. Seminoles trying to stave them off here. Miami Hurricanes making a late bid here in the first half. Speedy Neal comes back in. 245-pound running back, and Albert Bentley comes off. Neal took the play with him. There you see the time remaining in the first half. Bobby Bowden, head coach of the Florida State Seminoles, are on defense. Howard Schnellenberger, arms crossed. Head coach of the Miami Hurricanes on the march.
I can hear his wheels turning from up here.
Second and 4. Rick rolling and driving to the 2-yard line. Ken Rowe made the tackle. Third down and goal at the 2.
Once again, Miami off the roll draw fake, trying to get the fullback or the split end open in the end zone. Nobody was open. Rick kept it. You see him coming out when I say roll draw fake to the tailback back there trying to hold the linebacker. Now this is a play where you can run or pass. Rick chose to run, thought he could make it. Good play by the Florida State secondary.
Bentley has brought in the next play. Bentley's the fullback. This is where you need either Rolls or Bentley at the 2-yard line. Bentley pushed back inches away. He did not get in. Carricker met him there. It's going to be fourth down and inches to go.
Oh. Decision time.
Fourth and inches away, trailing by 10 for Miami.
Straight power off tackle play here. Florida State's defense reacting quickly up. He was driven back, which any good defense has to do to a runner, drive him back.
Fourth down time for the Hurricanes, inches away from the goal line. Neal is back in there with Rush. Rush up, but he did not get in. He did not get in, and the ball goes over. Tommy Young met him. Rush was going to try his up and over, but he never got up.
Mark Rush never even got off the ground.
The Seminoles have held. They take him a first and 10 at the 1-yard line.
Mark Rush is Miami's diver. He goes up and over. He thinks, no, he never got started. Florida State knows this. They came high and stuffed him.
Tommy Young, number 54, came over the top on defense from his linebacker spot, and the ball goes over. It is still Florida State 10, Miami nothing.
Early in the year, Mark Rush went over the top for a touchdown against Virginia Tech. That was his specialty. He's a big kid, 6'3", 215, 220. Likes to go up and over. Not that time.
150 left in the half from the end zone. Blair Williams throwing. Incomplete. Going for the big play after the turnover. That's Bobby Bowden football.
What a call.
Second and 10 at the 1-yard line. 1 minute, 44 seconds remaining in the first half.
I love it. What a call. Bobby Bowden knowing he's not going to go 98 yards in a minute 44 seconds against Miami, so he's going for the big one.
Second down and 10 yards to go. Blair Williams brings him up in an I formation. Ricky Williams is the tailback. Give it to the fullback. Got to run him out there. Lily got a yard. That's Tony Smith.
Tommy Young is having a fine ball game for Miami.
Schnellenberger wants a Miami timeout.
He wants that ball back.
That's exactly what he wants. It's going to be 3rd and 9 at the 2-yard line. Miami with this charged timeout. Look again at
watch Tommy Young scraping down the line of scrimmage, playing the ball carrier. Excellent play by Tommy Young. Good vision on the ball carrier, always keeping him in front of him.
During today's halftime break.
Miami sideline. At halftime, Brett Musburger and Ira Parsegian will be in our NCAA Today studio in New York to bring you scores and highlights of all today's action, plus our weekly halftime feature in their own words spotlighting Mike Garrett. That's all coming up at halftime right here on CBS Sports. It's a big football Saturday, lots of very important scores as we get ever so much closer to November and bowl invitation time. So stay with us for all the scores at halftime and highlights as well as commentary. 1:31 on the clock remaining to be played in the first half.
Third down and 9. It'll be interesting to see what Bobby Bowden does on this play.
Seminoles with the ball deep in their own territory at their own 2-yard line. From the end zone.
A screen.
Screen right. And it is moved out to Tony Smith at the 16-yard line for a first down. Eddie Williams made the tackle.
Another excellent call by Bobby Bowden. A screen from the deepest part of the end zone. Well set up by the quarterback. Here it comes. What do you do on third down and 9? You've got to keep the ball. Can't turn it over to Miami. They're going to take the ball and go down and get 3 or 7 on you and get back in the game. Safe, but yet great call. A screen out of the back of the end zone.
You can't be the nervous type and call that kind of a play in the end zone. 1:05 remains. Blair Williams still alive as he stumbled dropping back. So he got rid of it. It'll be 2nd and 10. Chicolo was the man in there.
Williams pass is intended for Williams.
2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line. Exactly 1 minute remaining in the first half. Florida State is leading by a score of 10-0.
Here's a situation where Florida State will probably come with a running play, try to run some time off that clock so as not to give the ball to Miami back with any time.
Burnett and Williams are the setbacks, and there for Blair Williams, the quarterback. Quick pitch to the tailback. Ricky Williams carrying. Got out there just across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Gain of 3 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 7. There's the time remaining in set, lower right-hand corner of your screen, and the clock is running. That's remaining in the first half.
Miami with only 1 timeout left. He cannot use it right now. He's got to use it after this next play.
They're letting that time click down off the clock right now, and it is down all the way to 30 seconds.
Seminoles, of course, not going to come out of the huddle. They'll take the penalty here to run off as much time as possible.
Greg Allen just came into the ballgame in place of Ricky Williams. Clock is wound down now to 15 seconds. This is Allen, Greg Allen. And he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
Well, they fooled me. Good use of the clock there. Came out of the huddle, got the play off.
Brophy made the tackle. Time is running 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's that. Time has run out in the first half. So, the Florida State Seminoles head for the locker room. The punting.
What you tell your defensive lineman when there's no chance to get to the passer, get those hands up, force him to throw the ball around you or over you. In that case, the ball was tipped up. Nice play.
Cedric Jones back deep to field it for Florida State. Florida State's rushing 10. Cedric Jones, fair catch. Makes a diving catch of the ball. It'll be marked at the 48-yard line. Seminoles start in excellent field position, 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
That is an ibis, a Everglades bird native to Florida.
Is that what that is?
I hope.
Starting the second half at quarterback, gets it to Allen, Greg Allen. Got about 4 yards as he moved it from 48 to 48. Greg Brown in to make the tackle, 2nd down and 6 yards to go. Bobby
Bowden sticking with a guy who was hot for him in the first half, Blair Williams. He said going into this game he had a chance to play either one of the two. He likes 2 quarterbacks to play one who's hot and the other one's not.
2nd down play, 6 yards to go. Blair Williams. On the draw, Ricky Williams takes it all the way inside the 30-yard line to the 28. 1st and 10 Florida State. A slick draw. Brophy and Boone brought him down.
The real job here, the Florida State offensive line here. Look at them set up this draw. Look at the blocking. The lead block by the fullback here on the linebacker. The eye draw from deep, but the blocking had to be there by the offensive line to set that play up.
1st and 10 Florida State at the Miami 28-yard line. Try it again. Williams again. And he's at the 20-yard line, and the ball got away, and it's gathered in by Miami. Miami has run it all the way back inside the 50-yard line. It was taken away
Trips out to the outside. Ricky Williams. Obviously, a fumble there is picked up. Of course, in college football, it cannot be advanced.
Had to be caught in the air to be advanced. It could not be advanced having bounced.
Still a big turnover for Miami.
Miami gets the football to stall the drive of the Seminoles. Look again.
Florida State, had they gotten the ball in here, at least gotten a field goal and not suffered this fumble, then they might have put this game away, but that's not the case. Miami now has it. They're back in business.
It'll be 1st and 10 now for Miami at their own 20-yard line. Florida State still leading 10-0. Griffin gets out there about the 20 to go.
Situation Miami's in right now, they need a drive that builds momentum for them. They need to move the ball, rattle the chains, get first downs.
Speedy Neal's in there with the next play. Bentley comes off the field. Prescription turf here at the Orange Bowl in Miami. Thompson wide to the right side. Belk to the left side. Quick. It is tight end Glenn Dennison at the 31-yard line. That'll be enough for a 1st and 10, I think.
Rick passes complete to Dennison.
Excellent momentum building pass right here. Glenn Dennison. He's been neglected for the most part of the day. Goes out, sets down right in the middle of the zone there. Quick little pop to him for a big first down.
Murata, number 84, you saw in there as a double tight end. Thompson flank bar to the right side. Belk to the left side. Now Griffin moves over. Bentley with the pitch. Penalty marker. He does not get back to the 30. Hanna was on the tackle. Warren Hanna on that corner.
Penalty marker is down.
Loss of a yard on the play, but there's a motion penalty apparently. The options are being explained to Florida State.
Okay, you got it. We have motion for the orange team. Penalty is declined. 2nd down.
Down counts. There was a loss of a yard on the play in any case.
One of those character checker downs. 2nd and long.
2nd and about 12, actually, the way it's aligned there now. Stanley Shakespeare is far to the right side. Draw play. Griffin got it out to the 33. Allendale Campbell made the tackle. A gain of 4 on the play makes it 3rd and 8.
Haven't heard much from Allendale Campbell today, but he made a real good tackle that time on Griffin. Had Griffin got by him, he had some yardage to gain.
Speedy Neal in for with the next play, and Bentley comes off. Halloween along the sidelines in Miami, Florida. Rick going long. Belk incomplete at the 22. Penalty marker. Penalty marker. Warren Hanna, the defender. That'll be a 1st and 10. Miami at the Florida State 22-yard line.
Rocky Belk. Miami's big play, man. Rick going for all of it. Rocky Belk down, playing the ball carefully. Obviously, folks, that was pass interference.
Keith Cleveland's in at a wide receiver. He's going to the left side. Stanley Shakespeare wide to the right side. Now the draw play to Griffin. Got only to the 18 before Ken Rowe made the tackle. Gain of 4 on the play. That's Belk, Rocky Belk. Getting a little resuscitation and getting worked on his leg as well. He's into the pit. 2nd and 6.
Looks like he has a little cramp there, but he should get over that in a second.
9.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Florida State leading by a score of 10-0. Shakespeare and Cleveland are the wide receivers. Rick. Incomplete to Speedy Neal coming out of the backfield. 3rd and 6 at the 18-yard line. Ken Rowe, the defender there. So again, a big 3rd down play for the Miami Hurricanes, who have not been able to get on the scoreboard so far in this ball game this afternoon.
Another down that checks the coach's wits and the quarterback's wits.
Miami's 11-game home winning streak in some jeopardy here in the 3rd quarter. It is the longest in school history. Cleveland left, Shakespeare right. The wide out.
Blitz.
Rick. Rick stays alive. 10, 5, 3.
What a play!
1st and goal at the 3-yard line. Keith Griffin was leading them for him and delivered a key block.
What a play! This is not Mark Rick. This is Harry Houdini. How does he get out of this? The blitz is on, as you heard me call it. He's stepping back looking for somebody to throw the ball to. Can't find it. There's a Harry Houdini. Nice play by the young man. Good scramble. Miami's got the ball.
Straight ahead, down to the 1-yard line. Speedy Neal. 2nd and goal at the 1. Tommy Young in there in the bottom of the stack. Number 54. Now here comes the man who tried to go up and over before Mark Rush. The up and over play to Rush is a standard in the offense on short yardage at the goal line for Miami.
Florida State stopped it right before the half. Let's see what happens this time.
2nd and goal at the 1. They gave it to Neal. Rush went through first, and then they gave it to Neal, and he didn't get in. About a foot away, and it's going to be 3rd and goal. Wojtek was there with Ponder to make the stop. Okay, 3rd down play. We've been through all this before. Little
Deja vu. Speedy Neal, the big man, getting the ball. Good call.
Now Rush is coming off, and Griffin is coming off. Rush, the up and over man, Rush has come off. Good. Jeff Davis booted it through there. All-important conversion. So the score is Florida State 10, Miami 7. We have 7 minutes, 25 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter of the game. Jeff Davis will kick it off now. Here's the scoring drive. 10 plays, 80 yards, time 4:40. And the man deep to receive it is Greg Allen of Florida State. Greg Allen at the 5-yard line. Takes the handoff and gets it up to the 10, 15, 20.
Miami has Keith Griffin in the ball game to go for this touchdown. An off-tackle play. Look at the blocking at the point of attack. John Knight, Glenn Dennison blocking down the Florida State left side. Cleared a hole, knocked him in the end zone. Griffin sails in there for the touchdown. 10 seconds.
1st and 10 for the Seminoles. They have the ball at their own 26-yard line, and Blair Williams is still the quarterback. Make the draw. Williams has got it. Incomplete. Up the sideline. 2nd and 10 at the 26. 7 minutes, 14 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Florida State leading by a score of 10-7.
Bobby Bowden will play his quarterbacks like a piano. If one gets cold, he'll bring on the other one. So let's see what Blair Williams can do here.
And complete over the middle. Up to the 31-yard line to Hassan Jones, 6'2", 195-pound freshman.
Hassan Jones.
Third down, about 5 yards to go at the 31-yard line. Bobby Bowden pacing. Double receivers to the right side. Hester and Johnson. There with you. Incomplete and almost intercepted by Rodney Bellinger. Bellinger almost had it. Intended for Jesse Hester. Bellinger down again, second time today.
Slot to the right here. Blair Williams rolling to his right off the play-action draw fake. Now, Rodney Bellinger played this thing perfectly. He took a good angle to shut down the guy who was on the out cut. And he fell back with the receiver who let the out cut, left it open for the completion. And this is the point where Miami is rising up and getting back into this game.
Again, Rodney Bellinger came off the field under his own power. Apparently is all right. Fourth down in punt formation. Brian Harlow back to do the punting for the Seminoles, and Jamie Boone has retreated to receive it for the Miami Hurricane. That's a hit on the 30, takes it on the 21, back to the 25. Boone pushed back just as he reached the 30-yard line. Well, it'll be a first and 10. Tommy Young made the tackle. Following this game, besides great lightweight boxing action featuring Hector Camacho against Melvin Paul and Harry Arroyo versus Joe Manley, you'll see coverage of the Tulsa Run, a 15-kilometer road race featuring a renewal of one of that sport's most celebrated rivalries, Frank Shorter and Bill Rogers. You'll be kept up to the minute of Frank Shorter's progress in the race since he'll be wearing a wireless microphone. It's all coming up after the game on CBS Sports Saturday. Griffin carrying, Steve Griffin. Tommy Young again from the linebacker spot.
Now the momentum is up for grabs. Either team, Florida State on defense, Miami on offense, either team can get it.
Second down and 10 yards to go at the 29. Florida State leading by a score of 10-7 in the third quarter. 6 minutes, 17 seconds left to play in this period. Move the tight end over. Dennison. Griffin got 2 to the 31 and was popped by Kim Mack.
Kim Mack, Daytona Beach. He's that flex linebacker, that third linebacker that Florida State brings in, and that flex defense is theirs.
Third down and 8 yards to go at the 31. Arata has come in at tight end. Dennison has come off. Another big third down play.
Just keep coming. Third downs.
Rick. Griffin, 40, 45. Griffin to the 50. First and 10 at the 46-yard line. Ken Rowe made the tackle.
Keith Griffin coming out of the backfield off the play-action fake. Now, this is so hard to guard. The guy who gets a play-action fake is usually the guy forgotten about. Mark Rick looking downfield for the wide receivers who had cleared it away well. Griffin, nice touch by Rick, dropping it over the linebacker's head.
So now it's the Hurricanes who are moving. First and 10 at the Seminoles 46-yard line. Rick's got it on the reverse to Thompson. Might have picked up a yard. Might have lost a yard. They spotted Allendale Campbell made the tackle. And he lost a yard.
Tough position to get into for the wide receiver on the reverse. Allendale Campbell standing there waiting on the ball. See the play fake there. Pitch back to the wide receiver. He's coming around looking at Allendale Campbell right in the eye. That's not a good feeling.
Second and 9 at the 47. Belkin Thompson, the wide receivers. Mark Rick.
Blitz.
Split to his tight end coming across. It's Glenn Dennison. First and 10 at the 32-yard line. Warren Hanna. Brian McCreary made the tackle.
What a flying play by Mark Rick. Back in the pocket here. Now he moves over to his right with a blitz. Throwing a little bit off balance there, hitting Glenn Dennison right on the numbers. This is what makes a quarterback good. He's got the ability in the pocket to move around a little bit. Stay away from the rush. Take that extra step or two that gives you the extra half a second to get off the ball.
First down play. Speedy Neal. He got a yard, and Tommy Young bounced him right there. 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
That was an old-fashioned cheek-to-cheek and jaw-to-jaw as Tommy Young and Speedy met at the line of scrimmage.
Didn't they, though?
Ooh.
We have 4 minutes remaining to be played in the 3rd quarter. Bentley has gone in and out fullback. Griffin has gone in at tailback. Game time temperature was 80 degrees and high humidity here at the Orange Bowl this afternoon. Numbers on Rick. Across the sideline marker, no interception. It was McCrary, Brian McCrary. Rush was the intended receiver. That's simply an incompletion.
Halfback flattened up here. Nowhere to throw the ball. Florida State safety coming over. Nice interception, but out of the boundary.
3rd down and 9 yards to go at the 3rd. Now,
another one of those.
A 3rd down.
Also down.
Thompson left and Belk right. Rick. 84. That's a 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. Clayton made the tackle along with McCrary.
What a nice play by Mark Rick. Moving to his right, making something out of nothing. Here it comes up right here. Florida State had their best pass coverage in 7 defensive backs. Rick moved off to get some movement out of the defensive backs. With that, the tight end opened up.
First down play. Griffin stopped short of the 15. Penalty marker on the play. Kim Mack made the tackle, but there's a marker to be checked out. Holding against Miami.
Ouch.
Down, there was a 10-yard penalty for holding the line of scrimmage. It'll be 1st down and 15. 2nd down here. Penalty.
Seminoles exercising the option as a very interested Bobby Bowden looks on. They accept the penalty, which is a 10-yarder.
Holding, orange, 10-yard penalty. 1 down.
Right to left wind here blowing about 10 knots. Naturally, Bobby Bowden wanting to back up Miami in case they have to go for the field goal.
First down, 20 yards to go at the 28. Miami trailing by 3 points and driving with 2:47 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Griffin and Bentley at the backs. Rick. Thompson incomplete. He was met by Harvey Clayton.
You got it? Okay, pal.
Rick hit him on the numbers with the ball, then Harvey Clayton hit him on the numbers with his helmet. Ugh. Oh, for the life of a wide receiver. Don't you just love it?
2nd and 20 at the 28-yard line. Stanley Shakespeare, part of the right side. To be or not to be. Rick. Shakespeare incomplete. Alfonso Carrica. The incomplete work of Stanley Shakespeare. 3rd and 20 at the 28-yard line.
Ball was a little high. Almost a catchable ball. It had to be thrown high over the linebacker's head. Florida State had good drops by the linebackers. Close, but not close enough. As they say in Columbia, Tennessee only counts in horseshoes.
That's what it does. And I wanted to reveal to you that we have another 3rd down coming up here.
We have another 3rd down.
3rd and 20 at 28. So the dipsy doodle won't do. sort of got rid of it out there in front of Speedy Neal. That'll bring up a 4th and 20.
A good job of getting rid of the ball and not taking the sack. That would have put Miami out of field goal range.
Young and McLean were keeping him busy. And Greg LaBelle is out there now for the purpose of holding. And it's going to be a 45-yarder for Jeff Davis. 45-yard field goal attempt, which if good will tie the score. LaBelle holding for Jeff Davis, 140-pounder. High trajectory. No good. Not quite. Just so much. Ball goes over at the line of scrimmage.
A good kick. A good kick. The ball was sailing well. The wind caught it, as you heard me say, right to left wind. The wind caught it and dropped it right in front of the goalpost.
They thought they had it, but not good. Ah, boy. 10-7, Florida State. The Seminoles have the ball, and they've changed quarterbacks again. It's Kelly Lowry who started the game. Ricky Williams, Tony. Up the middle and get it out there back to the 32-yard line. Now let's go to Brent Musburger in New York for an NCAA.
Lindsey, what a day for...
All right, Brent, it's 2nd and 5 here now for Lowry. And complete up to the 50-yard line. Really threaded it up there to Hassan Jones. 1st and 10 for the Seminoles at the 50-yard line. Let's check out some scores now. Here's a big one in the South. Florida 10, Auburn nothing in the 2nd quarter.
Big SEC battle for both of those football teams down there.
And it's Pittsburgh 42, Louisville nothing in the 1st quarter.
Nation's #1 team.
Maybe the Panthers finally have it together. Georgia 17, Memphis State nothing in the 2nd quarter. Herschel and company. 1st and 10 to 50. Lowry. And he completes it all the way down to the 30-yard line. Tony Johnson, the receiver there from Dothan, Alabama. Jay Brophy made the tackle. Let's look at some more scores. SMU 33, Texas A&M nothing. The Ponies are rolling. That's in the 3rd quarter. Nebraska nothing, Kansas nothing in the 1st quarter. Penn State 24, Boston College 10 in the 2nd quarter. 1st and 10 at the 30 here. Kelly Lowry. Incomplete. He's trying to hit Jesse Hester.
Bobby Bowden is just a master at playing his quarterbacks at the right time. Blair Williams getting cool, putting in Kelly Lowry, who's ignited the Seminoles.
Let's look at some more scores. It is North Carolina 14, Maryland 10 at halftime. That's a battle. Right here, Florida State with the ball, leading 10-7. Now the draw play to Allen, and Greg Allen goes through to the 27-yard line. Got 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 7. Greg Brown made the tackle. More scores. West Virginia 21, East Carolina 3 in the 2nd quarter. And it's Michigan 31, Minnesota 7 at halftime. Illinois 10, Iowa 7, 3rd quarter. Big Ten battle. Ohio State 17, Purdue 6 in the 2nd quarter. North Carolina State 12, South Carolina 3 in the 3rd quarter. Kelly Lowry, screen left. Advanced by Tony Smith. Down to the 21-yard line. Joe Cobrand, a stop, is going to be spotted at the 24-yard line.
That's 3 yards short of the 1st down. Let's see what Bobby Bowden will do right here.
Time has now run out in this period. Scoreboard says 0. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score. Florida State 10, Miami 7. We'll be back with 4th quarter action after this message and a word from your local station. We have a little...
4th down, 3 yards. What do you do? Leading by 3 points. What does Bobby Bowden do? Almost can call it without knowing it.
And the conversion is good by Philip Hall. Philip Hall's conversion is good.
Is it a gamble by Bobby Bowden? No, it's not a gamble by Bobby Bowden. He knows the percentage is going with him. He's got to get a touchdown. The wide delay after clearing out the middle of all the backs and the wide receivers. Nice call by Bobby Bowden.
Ahead by a score of 17-7 early in the fourth quarter. Credina will kick it off to the 20 and dives up to the 23-yard line. Let's look again at the touchdown play.
Bobby Bowden has got an ace for every situation. The old riverboat gambler from Birmingham, Alabama. Fourth down and 3 yards to go. What does Florida State do? Miami's in a double zone. He spreads the receivers all over the field and delays his tight end over the middle. He's wide open. Big guy goes in and scores. Orson Mobley.
There's the scoring drive. The 24-yard pass play to Mobley, good for the touchdown. Johnson converted. Richt is the quarterback for Miami now. 14:46 left to play in the game. Mark Richt retreating. And it's advanced up to the 27-yard line with Speedy Neal taking it. Carricker was right there, telling Richt that it would be wise to get rid of it somewhere, and he did. Miami injury on the play. That is Griffin, Keith Griffin. There's a gain of about 5 yards on that completion. Make it 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
14:33 to go in the fourth quarter. No reason for Miami to get upset or worry about this situation. Only down 10 points. Move the ball, get a touchdown, and anything can happen.
Left knee is being examined there.
Those worrisome knees in professional football, college football, little league football, any state of football, a knee is the worst thing going to get hurt.
Let's see where it's going elsewhere, how it's going elsewhere. Notre Dame is leading Navy 10-0 in the second quarter. Pittsburgh leading Louisville now 49-0 in the second quarter. 17-17 tie, Maryland, North Carolina in the third quarter. Florida 10, Auburn 7 at halftime.
Oh boy.
Nebraska 7, Kansas 0. First quarter. With a little assistance, you see Keith Griffin coming off the field. Second down, 5 yards to go. Speedy Neal and Mark Rush are the backs. Mark Richt. Rush to the 30-yard line. Gain of 2, it'll be 3rd and 3. Near the conclusion of today's game, as well as every CBS NCAA football telecast this season, we'll be selecting the Chevrolet most valuable players from each competing team. Chevrolet donates a $1,000 scholarship to the General Scholarship Fund of each MVP school to assist qualified students in all chosen academic disciplines. Now it's complete up across the 40-yard line to Barada, the tight end, Andy Barada. It's a first down and 10 yards to go at the 42-yard line.
No panic in this Miami offense. They're going about their business. Good patience.
Isaac Williams made the tackle. If we took the Williams and the Thompsons out of this game, we'd be bereft. Look again at some scores in a moment. Rick, short drop. Incomplete to Dennison. SMU 33, Texas A&M finally on the board with a field goal. Either that or 3 forfeits. Michigan 31, Minnesota 7. Second down and 10 yards to go at the 42. Elk to the right side, Thompson to the left. For Mark Richt. Bentley. Powers to the 50-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 2. Gary Henry made the tackle.
I like it. I like the way Miami is keeping their poise, not throwing everything up in the air and trying to make something happen on one play. Carefully, patiently moving the football.
They are trailing by 10 points. Florida State University 17, Miami 7. Florida State came in 5-1. Miami came in 5-2. Bentley again trying to get the first, but he didn't. At least I don't think he did. Young was there to meet him, the linebacker, who has played a tremendous football game here today, along with Ken Rowe. Looks to me like a 4th and inches here. 4th down and inches to go. The Miami's figure, well, at this point in the game, we're in the 4th quarter with 12:08 to play. They got to try to pick it up.
No real decision here. Go for it.
4th down, inches to go. You got Rush and you got Bentley, and now a timeout. Rick got up there and he didn't like what he looked at, so he called time. And Rick wants a conference with his advisors on the sideline. Florida State 17 and Miami 7 in the 4th quarter. Incidentally, the passing numbers for Rick, 13 for 25, 157 yards and 2 interceptions, but this is a 4th down and inches to go, short of the 48-yard line, by a team that is trailing by 10 points. Rush and Neal in the backs. Oh! Neal, and I don't think he got it. Young got to him again, the linebacker, and I don't think he made it. I think the ball goes over. And the ball goes over. They held in Florida State on 4th down.
What a play by Tommy Young, Lake City, Florida. Stuffed the running back. Stopped Miami from taking the first down.
Young
there it is.
Character.
Tommy Young, Lake City, Florida. Where Pat Summerall's from. Slashing in there. He knows it's coming. He read it perfectly. He put down Speedy Neal. That's a load to put down.
Is that where Pat Summerall's from?
That's where he lives.
I see. 1st and 10, 49-yard line for the Seminoles. Lowry is the quarterback. By the draw play to Allen. Well, he makes that last lunge. Got to the 49.
The key play of the 4th quarter, in about 2 feet. They're going to the right play. They got Speedy Neal, their big running back, 240, behind their best blockers. But Tommy Young has nothing to do with that. He gets in there and stuffs it. What a play by that young man.
That 54 has been a lot of places this afternoon.
Leroy Jordan out there, 54.
Lowry batted at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. 3rd and 8, 49-yard line. It was Fred. So now the 3rd down play is that of Bobby Bowden. Bobby Bowden seems to enjoy this game. I guess you enjoy it more with a 10-point lead than with a 10-point deficit.
What a great fellow, though. What an attitude. Just a great guy to be around.
Now the draw play again, and it's Allen. Greg Allen still breaking tackles, and enough for the 1st down. 1st and 10 to the 38-yard line. Eddie Williams made the stop.
Greg Allen, Milton, Florida, coached by Hurley Manning. What an athlete he is. If there's anyone to call on in a situation like this, it's Greg Allen. Taking the handoff deep in the backfield. Look at the 2nd and 3rd effort. Who's going to tackle him? Step arming, scrambling, loose leg. Almost down and gets a big 1st down.
1st down and 10 yards to go. Lowry looks around. Lowry with the ball. Incomplete forward pass behind the line. Trying to get it to Ken Burnett, his fullback from Brandon, Florida. 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line. Julio Cortez was right in the face of the passer.
Bobby Bowden's not going to crawl up in a shell with a 10-point lead. He's continuing to throw the ball on 1st down. Do the unexpected.
Bobby Bowden has not always had success in this stadium. He lost Orange Bowl games back-to-back to Oklahoma here. The last one by 1 point. Short drop. And over to, again, the tight end, Orson Mobley. 3rd and 10.
No matter how big a man you are, when you get that ball up in the air like this and you feel that little safety coming at you, it's hard to catch it when you're worried about that guy hitting you down those kneecaps. That's exactly what happened there.
You have a feeling of impending doom. Now we're getting Burnett back into the ball game, and we're getting Mowat back into the ball game. Third down and 10 yards to go. Jesse Hester flanked to the left side. Lowry. Hester! Yes! It's a touchdown! Penalty marker! Penalty marker! Penalty marker at the line of scrimmage! A marker at the line of scrimmage. Offside against the offensive team. Offsides against Florida State. It nullifies the touchdown, the 5-yard penalty, puts the ball at the 43.
Offside for the offense, 5 yards. Third down.
A 5-yard penalty.
Third down at 15. At the 43, nullifying the pass play from Kelly Lowry to Jesse Hester.
Beautiful post pattern into the end zone. A touchdown, but Florida State's misfortune, Miami's fortunate.
Here comes Tony Johnson in for the next play. Bowden on the sideline. Dennis McKinnon in the wide left this time. Lowry. Dennis McKinnon at the 25-yard line. It was Rodney Bellinger covering, but he took the comebacker. First down.
There's no way that you can stop a quarterback who is moving, who's getting more than 3.5 to 4 seconds. Lowry almost throws the ball, pumps it, brings it down, scrambles out. The secondary cannot cover long enough to stop that.
Ouija Thompson's coming to the ball game now, 6 feet 6 inches tall. Allen, Greg Allen. At the 32-yard line. Loss of 7. Cortez made the tackle, 2nd and 17.
I don't know what this was, some kind of pitch counter play. I don't think you'll see Florida State running it again. Greg Allen taking off to his right, taking the pitch, trying to come back to his left. Nothing but orange there.
Second down, 17 for Florida State. Florida State leading 17-7. 9:22 left to play. Draw play. Greg Allen on the draw. 25, 20, and to the 17-yard line where he was upended by Ronnie Lippett.
Third down. Third down.
What a slashing runner, Greg Allen.
Third down, and about 2 yards to go at the 17.
The draw is so much a play of both of these offenses because they throw the ball so much. Greg Allen going back, you've got to respect the pass. The linebackers have to back up. Nice run.
Option play to Greg Allen. But he did not get the first down. Eddie Williams cut him off. He from Orlando. It'll be 4th down now and about a yard to go. Maybe 2. Clock is running. 8 minutes, 15 seconds left to play in the game. Here comes Tony Smith with the next play. 4th down and 2 yards to go. At the 17. Tony Smith did not get it. Ball goes over to Miami. The Hurricanes have held and they get it back. Greg Brown led the defensive charge from his linebacker and Isaiah West. First and 10 Miami at the 17.
And Miami's defense rises up.
So this home homecoming crowd is having a big afternoon here, and Florida State's leading 17-7, but the Hurricanes have the ball. Men ranked in the top 20 teams in the nation. Florida State's leading 17-7. Miami first and 10. They have the ball at their own 17. Mark Richt. Penalty marker. Incomplete. He had a streaking Lawrence Thompson. There's a referee's flag, and he got pretty good yardage with the flag. Holding against Miami.
When that guy in the back there calls it, you can bet he saw it well.
It's trouble every time he throws it. Clock is stopped with 7:42 showing as Florida State exercises the option. There's time remaining.
A 5-yard hole. Miami decline. Second down.
Second and 10 at 17.
Miami down to a point where they've got to start thinking about a little gamble. They'll get the ball maybe 2 more times in the football game with 7:42 to go. They've got to start thinking about a little gamble.
Mark Rush is coming to the ball game now. The big threat, Rocky Belk, comes far to the left side. Mark Richt. Belk at the 35. First and 10 for the Hurricanes at their own 35-yard line.
The big play man for Miami comes through again. Rocky Belk. Schnellenberger told me runs a great route. He's really not conscious of what he's doing. He's looking at the secondary and reading the coverage and finding the hole and putting himself in there for the completion.
Warren Hanna made the tackle. First and 10. Rick, short drop. Out into the flat, Thompson. Shaken loose, incomplete. Hit immediately and hard by Harvey Clayton, number 24. Florida City, Florida. Second and 10 at the 35.
Quick out here, just trying to pick up 6 or 7 yards. That's the way to stop a quick out. Stick it to him.
Second down and 10 yards to go for the Miami Hurricanes. Draw play this time to Bentley. He drives to the 40. They got 5 on the play, which will make it 3rd and 5. Warren Hanna again on the tackle.
Goes to Bentley.
Along with Brian McCrary.
Brought down by Young.
Belk has limped off the field. Barada has come on and Dennison has come off. Cleveland is in there. Keith Cleveland is a wide receiver. Cleveland's in a wide left. Lawrence Thompson's in a wide right. Rick. Rush 50, 45, 40, and 38. First and 10 Miami. At the Florida State 38-yard line, Brian McCrary made the stop.
What a clutch player Mark Rush is. He was over in the cheat position this time. The halfback was cheated up near the line of scrimmage. Rick waited for him to clear, threw the ball right over the linebacker's fingertips, almost intercepted. Mark Rush, Mr. Clutch.
Miami Hurricanes trailing by 10 points here in the 4th quarter with 6 minutes, 18 seconds left to play in the game. Trying to keep the drive alive. Thompson and Cleveland are the wide receivers. Scramble is on. Florida State got the ball intercepted by Henry. First and 10 for the Seminoles at their own 21. It was tipped by Ken Rowe and gathered in by Gary Henry.
Oh, once again, the play action fake off the draw type thing in the backfield. Rick was hit just as the ball was released. Probably didn't see the linebacker there. Ball bounced up in the air. It's a jump ball. Gary Henry comes down with it for Florida State. He's stuck just as he releases it. Gary Henry is up.
So we've got a timeout with 6:05 left to play. Florida State leading 17-7, and the Seminoles have the ball at their own 20. 6 minutes, 5 seconds left to play. Florida State leading on 20 yards. In the 4th quarter with 4:19 left to play. That's Howard Schnellenberger, Miami coach. 2nd and 3 on the 42. As a first down, they weave leaving Ricky Williams. Has moved it to midfield, first and 10 at the 50-yard line. Stopped by Ken Calhoun.
Miami had a linebacker blitz on that time, as happens sometimes when you have a blitz on. When the other team has a run, he splits the middle, key yardage.
A little frustration for Howard Schnellenberger. Bobby Bowden.
Lindsey, Florida State is the third-ranked offense in the nation, and they're certainly showing it today.
First and 10 now at the 50-yard line. Leave it on the ground. Just use up some clock, and Ricky Williams pops in there for maybe a yard, but there's a penalty marker to be checked out. Red Robinson was there on the tackle. Illegal procedure against Florida State. Referee Tommy Miller.
Illegal procedure on the white team declined. Second down.
Second and 9 at the 49. 3 minutes to 7. Miami.
Hard played game by both teams out there today.
Williams again. Ricky Williams from Griffin, Georgia. Stopped by Joe Colbrand, Florida. Third down and about 3. Greg Jones comes into the ball game. Here comes Greg Allen back into the backfield, number 26, and Ricky Williams goes out. Third and 3, 2:47 left to play.
And who do you think will get the ball here, Mr. Nelson?
I'd wager that it'll be Mr. Greg Allen. However, well, I thought they were going to call a time, but they didn't. But they're going to get a delay call. Delay of game. Didn't get it off in time. That'll cost them 5.
I don't think Bobby was too happy with that.
That'll make it third and 8 at the 48. We want to offer thanks for the help we've had here in the booth today. Our thanks to spotter Bill Friel, statistician Steve McClure, from University of Miami, Director of Athletics Harry Malios, SID Ron
Also during that interview.
The word is at this time remaining to be played in conditioned athletes. Brian McCrary. Brian McCrary hit the shoulder of Lawrence, and McCrary gathered it in for the interception and returned it to the 4.
And some happy Seminoles. As so often happens in a case like this, a minute 30 to go in the football game, you've got to put it up, you've got to take chances, you've got to gamble. The ball's up, tipped by a linebacker, tipped by the receiver, tipped to the wrong man, the Florida State defensive back. Wrong man if you're a Miami fan, right man if you're a Florida State fan.
I want to tell you some more about CBS Sports Sunday tomorrow and about the Malibu Triathlon. And last week's New York Marathon champion, Alberto Salazar, will join John Tesh for expert commentary. Also, George Steinbrenner and Jerry Cooney live. And the great pool shootout of 1982 continues all tomorrow, 2 Eastern time on CBS Sports Sunday. Down to the 2-yard line is Lowry with the ball. 225-pound quarterback. Second down and goal to go at the 2. Clock says 53 seconds. Florida State with the ball, and they're leading 17-7. Allen's the tailback. Allen's got the ball. Touchdown, Florida State.
Lindsey, I think the Orange Bowl jinx has been broken by the Seminoles.
I think you're right. Seminoles will go out of here with a record of 6-1 and in prime contention for a postseason bowl game.
Greg Allen scoring, standing up. 24-7. 23-7.
No conference championships. These are both independents, and there's a conversion. And Philip Hall has added it to make it 24-7. Clock said we have 41 seconds left to play in the game. It's a happy Bobby Bowden along the sideline. If you joined us today at the NCAA today and saw Bobby Bowden's address to the troops in the dressing room, you know that he's sort of a loose football coach. He sort of likes to enjoy things.
One of a kind. What a nice guy. What a great guy to play for. Just a fine man to be around.
If he's so fine, when he was trying to recruit you, why didn't you go with him?
I knew he was leaving. He wanted to be a head coach somewhere. He was a assistant at Florida State at that time.
Medina will kick it off. Shakespeare's back there deep this time. Usually have Rush back there, but it's Shakespeare here late in the ball game. And the ball is touched by a member of the receiving team in the field of play, and the clock will start. And it starts because Shakespeare touched it. Oh! It'll be up at the 15-yard line.
Let's go with our Chevrolet most valuable players. No question to me about it. Miami. Tommy Young for Florida State has had a fantastic day. Stopped the goal line charges by Miami to score. I'm going with Tommy Young, defensive linebacker number 54 from Lake City, Florida. Florida State Seminoles. Mark Rush had such a good game. He's kept Miami in the football game. A big halfback from Fort Lauderdale. I'll go with him for the Miami football team. A check in the amount of $1,000 will be donated by Chevrolet to each school's General Scholarship Fund to further assist students in all chosen fields of academic endeavor.
The man you just selected, and I concur with your selection, Tommy Young, is injured and is being assisted off the field. 54. He has played a tremendous football game out here this afternoon and is rightly selected as the Chevrolet player of the game for Florida State, but he has just been injured and is going off the field.
I hope nothing serious. He's had such a great game today.
A check in the amount of $1,000 will be donated by Chevrolet to each school's General Scholarship Fund. 38 seconds on the clock. Rick from the end zone. Completed just at the sideline at the 28-yard line to Thompson. Miami 1st and 10 at their own 28. Larry Harris made the tackle.
I'll have to give Howard Snellenberger a lot of credit. This is homecoming for Miami. Did he pick a weak opponent? No way. He went with a tough opponent, Florida State.
Rick. Deflected out of bounds by Mark Rush. 24 seconds left to play. 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line. Florida State leading 24-7. Bentley comes into the ball game.
Bobby Bowden trying to convince me before the season started when I interviewed him that he really didn't have anything this year. He has certainly proved he's got something now. A bowl caliber football team.
Here are the Chevrolet players of the game for Florida State: linebacker Tommy Young, and for Miami, tailback Mark Rush. Rick. Rush. Rush at the 48-yard line. Kinsey in to make the tackle. 16 seconds on the clock. First down, 10 yards to go for Miami. Season with the shoulder separation. Burden of the quarterback. It's a happy gang of singing.
And is doing well and with his shoulder. Just an unfortunate circumstance there against Virginia Tech earlier in the year.
A timeout, and they were winding it down there. The clock is stopped at 16 seconds left to play in the game. Florida State's leading 24-7. Miami with the ball. Rick steps up. And he completes it to Rush at the 16-yard line. Mark Rush, one of our Chevrolet Award winners. Vince Matt forced him out of bounds. It'll be now first down and 10 yards to go at the 16. 7 seconds left to play.
I would say Florida State is in solid position for a bowl bid.
5 bowl scouts, representatives of 5 bowls, scouting this ball game here this afternoon. Rick. Incomplete and almost intercepted. A juggling act by Warren Hanna.
That one had a long play to it.
Rocky Belk was just lying there hoping it would be tipped over into his hands.
So important for a football team like Florida State to get a bowl bid. Being an independent, that's what they have to shoot for. It's nothing but national rankings and a bowl bid. No Southeastern Conference or conference championship to play for. The bowl bid is a thing to go for.
1 second on the clock, and the clock will start when the ball is snapped. That means they'll get it off all right. But then at the end of that play, regardless, this game will be over. When this play is over, the game is over. Rick throwing and incomplete at the 5-yard line, and the ball game is over. It was Lawrence Thompson, the intended receiver. There goes Bobby Bowden out to say a word or two to Schnellenberger. They are the very best of friends.
Very close friends.
Close personal friends.
Bobby Bowden came down here on Tuesday to have a press conference with Howard Schnellenberger. Both of them did a great job.
And so now, here at the Orange Bowl in Miami, the final score is Florida State University 24 and Miami 7.